spirituality practice, because I will say this over and over again. I'm already living 5D consciousness. My life reflects it. I will reveal more to you and what I mean by that. My life respects this. My spirituality shows it. And like I said, you can't fake a high vibration. You're either high vibrational or you're not, right? It doesn't mean you're high vibration every single moment of the day, but it does mean that for the most part, for the majority, you are on a much, much higher vibration than most people around you, to be quite honest. And that comes with a lot of benefits, actually. And it comes with work and responsibility. So I wanted to show you guys what my spirituality practice looks like, so you understand, how did I get to be this confident that I'm ascending? How did I become, have the ability to channel angels and ancestors in other realms and other mediums? How did all that happen, and what does it look like to have that level? Now, I will say I am on a fast track level. I've always been on a fast track level, so I know people who've started out at the same time, and where I'm at spiritually and my ability to tap into my spiritual gifts, spiritual divinity, manifestation especially, is much higher than a lot of people. Doesn't mean everyone. I'm just saying I'm fast track, and I think when I show you my spirituality practice, it will show that. So at the end, I will also tell you where I started out, because where I started out is not where I am today, right? And where I started out was very, very interesting when you look back and see how all these things didn't seem interrelated, but it got you right to where you needed to be in order to be the person you are, to deliver and do the mission that you're here to deliver and do. And you'll notice I always talk about mission and purpose, because I'm a spiritual warrior. My ancestors are warriors, and I'm here I'm completing the task that I was given. I'm a warrior, complete the task, this is the mission, I am accomplishing it, right? So just understand, I generally tend to attract a few people who are also spiritual warriors. I tend to attract people who are also high vibrational, and I also tend to attract people who have a soul contract to attract when I get to a certain stage, so that I can help them get to a certain age, and then they can help other people get to a certain stage. It's a ripple effect, right? Very obvious and very clear. So I just want to get into the practice. And at the end, I really want to know what your spiritual practices are, regardless of where you're at, because it is a practice. And I will say, because I show up every day and do it in all forms, and I'm going to go into the different forms of it, I have been so blessed, and it is so worth it. I have even voluntarily stopped drinking, not because I was a drunk or anything like that. I didn't have a physical addiction. I really enjoyed drinking because I get a nice buzz. I'm a little bit funnier. Like, my friends like when I drink. Like, it is a fun time. But definitely I stopped because of what it did to my practice, and how much it brought my energy down and my vibration down, and all the extra, like an extra 2 hours worth of work to get it back up to where it was before I drank. And so I'm just showing you, like, there was love for things that I like to do that I gave up voluntarily for this practice. Not forced, but because I want to, because I like the benefits of living in a higher state of consciousness where I'm just unbothered by what's going on in the 3D. It's just not going to bother me. Like, why? It's like, why would I let kindergarten bother a senior in high school? It's just, you're above it, in a big way. People can't even understand how much above it you are. So that's the benefits of it. So I would say, hey, it is definitely worth this practice when you start tapping into what your unique thing is. Mine's manifesting, maybe yours is love, maybe yours is creation, maybe yours is art, but it's so worth it. So I'm going to get into it. So on a daily basis, at this stage of my development, I am at a very high level of vibration and ascension energy. I spend, in the morning, I do about 40 minutes in an infrared sauna blanket. I'm working up to an hour, and during those 40 minutes, I am doing exercises to open up my 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th chakra. All of those are visualizing light going from your heart chakra or sacred chakra going up to this, sometimes harmonizing with the blue light of the moon, the golden ray of the sun, with the angelic assistance, and harmonizing my male and female. But there's 40 minutes in which I'm being cooked, but the infrared sauna detoxifies at a deeper level. It helps you lose weight, and it helps your so it helps assist your root chakra in doing all the things of vitality nature that it does in your body. And it just gets it at a far deeper than doing red light therapy, which I also used to do, but infrared sauna is much deeper. So for 40 minutes, when I first wake up, I take 2 glasses of water because it really detoxifies you, so you get really thirsty. And then I go ahead and during the 40 minutes, I am doing visualization exercises on creating my clairvoyance, because I have all the other senses. I have telepathy, telekinesis, I have clairsentient, clairaudience, all of that. And clairvoyance is something that comes and goes. So the last 3 weeks I've been working very dedicated on opening up the third eye, and there's an exercise I can link. If you're interested, let me know. I can link it. It's really good. It's been working. And today the vision that I was able to get and perceive when I asked them, tell me what is blocking my clairvoyance, and the image they sent me was Ray Charles, who's blind. So I was like, y'all real funny, okay? Well, I'm like, okay, yes, okay, but tell me what to do to unblock it. Thank you. All right. So I just thought that was really funny. I was pretty cheeky that they did that, but Spirit has a sense of humor sometimes. So that's 40 minutes. I start with that, and then as soon as I'm done, I do an energy healing with the angels, Archangel Raphael, and in that energy healing, I will. And I do this every day, because if I don't do it, I don't receive abundance. So it's a heart chakra healing to open my heart chakra to be open to receive all frequencies of abundance. And so when I started doing this, I noticed abundance was everything. I might get new friends. People were extra nice to me at the store. I would attract and vibrate at a level where I, dated easily and effortlessly. I would get money and different cash. Like, abundance is everything. I would just enjoy my life today. People were extra nice to me. So I noticed if I did that every day, I continuously have so many beautiful things that would happen. So now me and my soulmate and my daughter, I do it for all 3 of us because I can do it. They gave me the consent to always be in alignment and okay with me doing it at any time. And so that is a part and parcel. So that's like a good hour right there of when I first wake up. Now, it might stop there if I wake up late. So if I wake up early, right, and I don't get on the telephone and social media, and I have time to do more, but if I do wake up late, those are the minimums that I'm going to do. So 1 hour, and part of that is detoxifying while doing visualizations to get even deeper with my clairvoyance, to hold more visions, not just the ones that are here that come occasionally, but I want like a full movie stream, and that's what I'm manifesting, and to the abundance healing. So it's a full hour of visualization and energy work. Now, if I have time after that, I will also do a 15 to 20 minute healing with my ancestors, who always give me different things to do on far as manifesting. So I'm like, hey, I'd like to manifest. What do I need to do? Last time they gave me their energy leaks in my aura from past lives to this life, but just not big deals, but just little things. And they had to close in a vortex-like style all the different leaks. I'm not aware of which leaks. I just know that it works, and I had to do 10 of those sessions. And now we're on to something else. Right now they're helping me with clairaudience, because they're saying that will help with my manifestation so that I can work more closely with different spirit, different archangels and ancestors when I go, hey, I need something. Can you help me with this? Can you help show me and guide me how I can bring it into my life? So that's it. I also work with Merlin. Merlin is an energy, just like Jesus is an energy, just like Buddha, just like Kuan Yin. They're all energies. You can all work with them. You can all go into meditation right now. Now, because of my skill set as an energetic healer and channeler, when I work with them, I can generally channel their energies through me, for me, right? Because we're all one, and I'm just an extension of them because that's where I went. So the difference with me versus other people who might have light codes, light transmissions, or energy upgrade is they work through me, so it's more powerful because I'm earth-based. It's not just high frequency, it's earthly, grounded high frequency. So I work with Merlin. Right now I'm working on increasing my abilities at telekinesis, which is a real skill. That's hard for you to know. Go to the NIH.gov or CIA if you want to know their ability. Everything that we are able to do is practice. And also, I will do one on light language, and I'll do another one on harmonizing the divine feminine. So there's sacral chakras around your femininity, about harmonizing the masculine and feminine. So that can be a good 2.5 hours on a good morning when I say I don't have my, I'm 50-50 custody with my beautiful daughter who can see angels and unicorns. And And I have her, it'll probably be just the hour, and she knows to give mommy the hour while she watches YouTube. But on, you know, the days I do not have her, it's anywhere from 1 to 2.5 hours worth of energy work, meditation, working with different spiritual beings of the highest light that can increase my ability to manifest, tap into my spiritual gifts more, and go deeper in knowledge. And sometimes I even might, so this might sound a little odd, but if you guys wanted to gain knowledge, you remember in the Matrix when Neo was like, I need to learn Kung Fu, and he just went into his mind and downloaded it, and he knew his Kung Fu. You literally can absorb information like that if you want to. In meditation, you can set the intention, I would like to learn and download the information on X, and you will literally either during that moment, like, get the information, or another way it might come to you is that later that day you'll find an easy way for you to learn that information. It'll be right there in front of you, like, oh, I wanted to learn this, and now a book is in front of me with this that everyone recommends, right? Like, it comes in different ways. You just need to be open to it, that you got it immediately, right? So everything that I do, I'm always going to say you can do the same thing. Mine's a little bit more physical, grips you, goes deep, cleanse, and, you know, does the work. But you can do it your way too if you haven't developed those skill set, and it's a little roundabout, but you're still going to get the same information. I just like the fact that I can get it fast, quick, efficiently, and keep about my day, and keep expanding and growing in knowledge and light. You're going to notice on this channel, it is constantly going and evolving, because that is the kind of soul and spirit they put in this body that I am, that they put on this earth, class of 2000, to be a part of this ascension. They knew who they got just with just huge curiosity. So that is my morning routine, which is all based on meditation, visualization, detoxing with an infrared sauna blanket, which I highly recommend. I'll link to the one I bought off Amazon. And working with different spiritual beings to deepen my spiritual gifts and abilities. So it is a practice. All of these abilities and gifts I show up every day to do, and they get better and better every day. Afterwards, I will always do a channeling session where I have questions. What's going on with the Ascension? Why did I see an image of Ray Charles? Like, I know I'm opening it up, but like, why'd you send that? Or da-da-da-da. Or what's going on with this? Is Trump a light worker? Someone said this in the spiritual community. Is this true? And I'll do a channeling session. I do it every day because A, the more you do it, the better your channeling abilities go. It would go where at maybe 3 years ago, I'd hear 1 or 2 words, and now it's like full sentences. I get the whole exact thing. And that just came with showing up every day. I'm like, even if it was like, okay, in my business, what should I focus on now to make the biggest impact or help people? And they're like, hey, maybe more YouTube lives and this and that. I'm like, all right, I can do that. So it was just a good thing for when I was growing my business, as well as if I'm manifesting something. Okay, I'm trying to manifest X. What's something I can do today to get me towards that goal, right? And they're like, hey, if you work on this, that will absolutely get you in the right direction on manifesting that and doing the physical work of manifestation. Although I probably already scripted, journaled, lit a candle, did all that stuff for it. So that's the channeling session. Another part of my spiritual practice, and that can just like, that's just like 10 minutes actually, for how impactful and strong it is. It's like 10 minutes, it's not that much. Another thing I do is upon awakening, I do a dream journal. I'm actually going to share the journal, the dream messages I've received that made it so that it's so urgent for me to get this information out, because I've been literally told and shown exactly what's happening, you know, what's happening and how, like, it's now. And so, dream journaling as well, and that can take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. It depends on how long the dreams are. Sometimes it takes forever to get it all out. And then, so 10 to 20 minutes, I will write down the dream. Sometimes the dreams are very literal. Like, oh, okay, I'm protected, thank you, or da-da-da-da. And then other times it's like, it's very symbolic and I'll have to channel again. So that's my second channeling session. I'll ask Archangel Gabriel, who's really good with dreams, or my ancestors if I don't understand what Gabriel said. Not that I wrote it down, but it's just really vague or high level, and I need the ancestors to be like, look, Lisa, be nicer to people. We saw you, right? Because, you know, I'm like in the 5D consciousness, and though I try to spread love and try to be a support for system people, even though I don't know them, like, trust and believe, I still get yanked back to my warrior roots, where like, the person who triggers me the most is my ex-husband, but it could be anybody, right? And so, you know, they let me know, they saw that, and that wasn't love, and I'm like, all right. So it's just nice to have that feedback mechanism on your spiritual growth, because I really honestly don't need too many people at this stage. I just need my source and my guides, and they let me know when I show up daily. I get that daily affirmation or confirmation. Right track, wrong track, do better. We saw that. Okay, this is next for you. That's the second channeling session, if I need it. Well, even if it's really literal, I'll still ask if there's something else. And sometimes it's just like, nope, what you saw is what's going to happen. So that is an extra 15, it can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on how long. It just takes time to write the dreams out. And that one's really big because I get so many you all get dream messages. I receive so many that, like, that is just as important as my waking daylight. Like, that is how they give me information on what's happening, what's to come, what I need to work on, who's looking at me. I just had one where I got like it was an image, it was a likeness image of God, and he looked real stern, and that's when they were like, do better, okay? Because I was mean to my ex-husband because he irritated me. And he's not a bad guy. It's just that when you share custody, like, if there's someone who can take you out of your zen, it's that, because you get so invested in what they do, even if it's not terrible, but it's not the way you want to do it. And that's a learning lesson for me. But, like, I get messages from Jesus. That's how I knew that he wanted to step forward and work with me. And he anointed my hands. And they started glowing white in the vision, not actuality. And, but that was a message through the dreams, right? So that's how important the dream world is. So yes, that can be an hour and 30 minutes. It can be an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes. And then I also journal because, the journaling, I'll talk about that a little later because that has a specific purpose. So next, and that's my morning routine. That is pretty intense. Most people couldn't imagine spending like an hour and a half to 2.5 hours a day. But I created the lifestyle, I manifested the lifestyle, and worked at manifesting the lifestyle over the last 8 years so that I would have my mornings, I would have time to do this, and now it's here. So I'm walking in the light in which I was manifesting some years ago. Because I've never been an early bird, so I was like, this ain't gonna work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to wake up at 8. So I don't start my business until 12 o'clock. Right in the afternoon, and so if I wake up early, I have enough time to do all of this plus work out. So then the next part is throughout the day. So throughout the day in my spirituality practice, I am constantly monitoring my thoughts. Because when you're at a certain level of manifestation, I got a cut on my hand that is healing, because I was like, what if this just went right through and cut me, and it happened a second later. Like, I'm at the stage in manifestation where you need to be mindful of your thoughts. And so if I get like a negative thought, if I'm like, what if this horrible thing happens? I immediately go, nope, my intention is to do this safely. My intention is to do this gracefully. I have to do that. When you're at a higher frequency, what you think and what you create goes. And so when you get to that level, and all of you can do it if you want to show up and do the work to do it. If you got to work for it, it's worth it. You can manifest pretty much some things immediately, some things within an hour. The more complex things will take time, but it used to be like a year, and now it's like 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, depending on the complexity of the ask or manifest, right? Because it'll just take Gaia and your spirit team time to do it. The other part of my daily practice, I am constantly interacting with my spirit team and spirit guides. So I might say spirit guides, I might say ancestors, I might say archangels, I might say Jesus, I might say God. I try to interact with them at least once a day, all of them. I have other guides too, but I got some dragon guides. I got a hippie who teaches me how to be more into the flow. I got a lot of guides, all right? So I try to say something to at least one of them every day, even if it's like, hi. But mostly just an ask, like, hey, traffic's bad. Can you play the traffic for me? Y'all looking at me crazy, but it happens. Or ancestors, every time I get in the car, I tell ancestors, show me and guide me how I can get there and back safely, right? So I put an invocation so they can do whatever they need to do on a spiritual level. It might even be when I'm driving, I'm like, spirit guides, help me pass this car that I've been trying to pass. And I swear I'll see that car magically slow down. I'll pull right over, But what's happening is that, what I found is that when I interact and do an ask, they are then able to touch other people, and I'm bringing in that high light. So the angels are allowed, it's free will. But if you say, hey, you ask something that involves touching other people, what it means is that these angels are able to come down, these archangels, and do the work, touch other people, which raises their vibration, right? Just because an angel just touched you, even if you didn't know why. Now, nothing happens without free will, so their spirit or soul has to say it's okay. But and sometimes, you don't get what you ask for. But what it is, you're bringing all these light beings down to earth, which creates a higher vibrational field, even in that brief touch. Because just being around a high vibrational being makes you high vibrational. So I know every time I ask, I get raised in vibration. And I remember the first time that became obvious, because I just realized these angel things, and I was asking them. So I would take like 20 different angels, and I'd ask them one by one for the same thing. And I remember I did that once, and I was in a parking lot. And I had just asked all those angels something, and this woman was taking so long to back up. It was stupid ridiculous. And usually I would be so worked up, I'd be honking my horn like lady, making signs. But I remember after doing that, I was so calm, and I was like, it's okay. And I was thinking to myself, I have the patience of an angel. And then I realized, oh wow, so me just interacting, that's why you don't want to hang out with low vibrational beings. You only want to hang out with high vibrational beings. Just you interacting, they touch you. Some of their essence get on you. And I've decided, yeah, Jesus, angels can touch me all day. High vibrational light workers and beings can interact with me all day, because I like where I go and how I ascend just by interacting to them. So it doesn't just stop at my morning energy visualization, meditations, and energy upgrades. It goes throughout the day, constantly interacting and touching them and asking them. Because the more that I ask and make requests and co-create with them, and the stronger our relationship is. So I have a very, very strong relationship with the archangels and my ancestors and my different guides, because we develop that every time we touch. It's more of a cord becomes created, and these are high vibrational beings. And so that feeds me and raises me up, right? Now, I might be able to pull them down, but because I'm so in my mind and thoughts, and you don't have to say this out loud, you can say it in your head. Just because I'm constantly pinging, hey Spirit, hey Jesus, hey God, hey this, hey Spirit, hey Jesus, hey God, anything. So I just have a life of ease, because after a while, I don't care if I can't get a jar open, I can't open something, I'll ask Jesus, can you help me with this? And because of the connection you build over time, that's what we do. So when I say I walk in the 5D consciousness, my spiritual realm is a part of me. Now it's chosen. I chose high vibrational beings only. Beings of the highest good and the highest light. But they ascend me better. They help me. They are an extension of me, and I am an extension of them at this point. And they like me asking them so much, because when I ask them for help, I'm bringing their light down. Every time I bring this high vibrational being light down, I help raise the vibration of the planet. So not only do I get help or assistance with what I want, right? You're also lightening the load of the planet and of everyone else. And so it really works like a beautiful symbiotic circle relationship. So that's throughout the whole day. And then in the evening, I might do another energy healing because some of my energy healings are very, very high powered and high frequency. I could only do one. Like the ones with my ancestors are very, and I'm like, I get this, when you work with a lot of energy, you get like a queasiness if it's too much power for you, or a light head fuzziness where you really have to ground. And sometimes the visualizations I'm doing are so high powered, I literally can't do anymore, even if I wanted to, because I know it'd be too much. My intuition's like, no, you've had enough. But by the end of the day, I'm able to do more. And then at the end of the night, I try to read the books that I'm reading on either Ascension. I'm reading a book called Mary Magdalene Revealed, which is like her gospel, which was held in 3 different forms, in cuneiforms and 3 different tablets. It was the same thing. So they had copies of it, but it was taken out of the Holy Bible, right? But it's her gossip of Gnosticism going inside, looking for self, and that women were leaders and who are leaders and prophets and should be admired as such, right? So just things like that. The Law of One, which is about Ra, Amen Ra, that's on the list. Seed of the Soul, I never finished. There's some about the Divine Feminine. Let's see, melanin and its place in Ascension, and why are they wanting to coat rockets with melanin? Because of the stuff that's naturally in my skin. Like, why they want to coat rockets with it, because what does it mean for the cosmos and higher dimensions and frequency? So there's a lot of different books on the list that I am reading. Also throughout the day, if I have a moment, I will listen to different YouTubers that my intuition and my guardians and my guardian angels and my archangels have said this is the one you can listen to. They're channeling the correct information. And so I'm just gleaming insight on there, seeing how my information I got from my angels or archangels are different than theirs, or my ancestors, if they're missing something, or they left this piece out. So that's actually part of your spiritual practice, because they're high vibrational beings and that touches you. So I hope you guys are getting the picture. There's multiple, and the reading is seeking knowledge, which expands your consciousness and what's possible. And at the end of the night, I'll do either a healing if I'm not too tired, and journaling. So journaling has a couple of reasons. So in 2020, I've been journaling as much as possible because someone told me in January, like one of my angels are like, hey, you want to journal this year? Because it was going to be such a crazy year. So I can go back basically all the way to like about January. And so that was specifically because this year was going to be so crazy. It was going to be nice to have like a diary of it, of what's happening. And then I also journal if there's something that is bothering me, something that's causing anxiety or shame or anger, and I can't ask Archangel Michael to take it away from me, or Jesus to take it away, because it's just deeply rooted. That's when I journal, because journaling for me is like how to get to the very deep rooted issues that I need to release. And by the end, I start off with the problem, but by the end, I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. This is my clarity. This is what I deserve. This is what I want to manifest. It's, for me personally, it just works. So it's for deep-seated, deep-rooted healing I need to do. And the act of writing releases it. It's like an energetic exchange, getting it out. But it also lets you channel your higher self to get to a solution. So I love journaling. That's very good for it. But I only do that like for the diary because it's 2020. Before that, only deep-rooted feelings that are coming up. And I'm going to talk about that because 2020, a lot of things are coming up. And, some of y'all need to start journaling. The other thing I do during the day is I try to do at least one joyful thing. And that is for me is roller skating, rain or shine, at the beach. And listening to my music. It's just the feeling of the wind against my skin, listening to my music. I am in heaven. And then I'll go and I'll walk like a mile. Breeze still in the face. It is, so you guys probably may not think of doing something so it's physical and it's joyful, but both of those are high vibrational activities. And you may not think of it as spiritual, but it is. It's self-care. You're doing something you love and enjoy. And then every once in a while, I will do a spiritual bath, usually on Sundays. And a spiritual bath, I put my salts, I give it the water, the salt, crystals, and intention of like cleansing my vibration. I will sage the water, sage myself, sage the bathroom. I will, cleanse with frankincense and myrrh soap. I have dragon's blood soap, all with an intention of cleansing, enlightening, and blessing my path. And that does a lot for cleansing my energy at all subtle levels, right? So that's once a week. And then I will do my manifestation technique, some more elemental. So I might do a crystal grid with an intention. And then I like to mix that with like maybe I will infuse some water with an intention and do that. I might even, do a candle where I put the intention into the candle. And so I try, even burning incense if it's something quick. So it just depends because all of these takes different. The crystal grids take the longest time. Incense is the easiest. Water is the second easiest. And the candle can take some time too, especially if you want to be thoughtful about what crystals you want to put in to hold the intention. Because remember, the crystals are sentient. They have a being. Wax and fire, they also are sentient and have a being. I am able to communicate with that because I feel all energy, not just human energy. You can feel plant energy and this and that energy. And so, yeah, that is what I'll do throughout the week if there's something urgent, right? So that is the spirituality practice. And I wanted to share that because I see that a lot of people, more people are finding my channel and they love hearing me talk. But then when it comes to like my energy healings or upgrades, they're like, nah, I'm not spending 25 minutes doing that. And I'm like, yeah, but that got me here. So what are you doing? Like, oh, y'all just want to talk y'all way to the 5D. Okay, I don't think it works like that. And I'm really into everything's possible, but I don't think it works like that. Spiritual practice is a part of it. Regardless, it doesn't have to be my practice. You can get the same thing I get from other means, through sound healing, through art therapy. You can do everything I do. Now, I'll tell you, my way is the fastest, quickest, direct, straight to the source, but you don't have to do it. But we have to start talking about it, because you're not going to talk or think. Maybe you can think your way, but everything I've shown and every other person I listen to who is high vibrational, already living a 5D consciousness, we all put work in daily to create and manifest and live this 5D consciousness. None of us are lackadaisical at it, because, you know, you let up one day, it shows, right? I always tell people, like, because I'll do fasting events where I'm fasting all day, and I'll spend 6 hours in my healings and meditations and visualizations. And sometimes I think, you know, if I can spend like 6 months up in the Tibetan, you know, temple, just doing my prayers, going in, visualization, going deeper into my spirit, I would do it, right? And I'm doing it because I like when you can take the divine, your divinity of which you are, and express it in this life. People are sitting here running around, their heads cut off, and you're like, nah, I'm fine. This has been the best year. 2020 has been my best year. Got my soulmate, business up and running, best-selling author. Like, I am having a good passive income on fleek, like, just the best. But I've been working and manifesting that for, you know, such a long time, where it's just like, well, you live and work and walk in the light of which you want to be, and that's a fifth dimension consciousness. And energetically, I've upgraded and ascended, and I've cleared out so much. And I've also, 1 second, boo, almost done. I've cleared out so much, but I've also upgraded my ability to hold a higher vibration on every level and shape. And when I'm constantly talking to my spiritual realm and archangels and Jesus and God, that also raises my vibration. You just get to a point where, yeah, you know, like the spirit realm and me, we're one in the same. We're not separate. My life is spirit. Spirit is my life, right? And when you get to that, that's when you walk in the 5D, because you're like, I'm never alone. I am the woman that might go to the beach by herself at night when most people won't. And I'm like, I know my spirit team's got me. They're not going to let anyone get near me. Like, you say that's weird, but I've seen it. I've seen it over and over where I'm protected. I am protected. I am protected. If I ever say, hey, spirit team, surround me and protect me from this, or I don't like this situation, or I don't like this person, I've seen them rally around me. I've seen them move cars in front of me. I've seen them, like, have other people come out. I've seen, like, the police come by at that right time that I might have felt a little nervous. I've seen them intercede. I know I'm protected, and I know they can do and bring to bear things I cannot. So I am spirit. Spirit is me. So when I say I walk in the 5D consciousness, I want you to see, like, I'm actually going to do a video of what does it mean to be in the 5D consciousness, because it is a different way of living. Like, you're just unbothered. You are a level of detached, and you don't believe in any of these systems, and you continuously find ways to live outside of it, because you know that you are an extension of this spirit realm. So that's my spirituality practice. All of it keeps me closely enveloped with the spirit realm, the higher beings, Jesus, God, archangels, and whomever, light beings that I have included as part of I like to say, my posse. Because I rolled 20. I roll deep, right? You know, like, there's so many people and beings that are here to help us live this life and get to this level that I'm at, that, like, I look at people like, why don't you just ask God or Jesus or the angels to help you, or your guardian angels? And they're so disconnected that they're able to do that with a single thought. I'm like, why are you struggling? Why are you so worked up about it? It's their life. Let it go. Don't worry about you. You worry about creating your life. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm looking and I'm just like, and I know why, because they haven't done this work. They don't have a practice. They haven't tapped into it. But once you do, like, you already live 5D. Now, I'm only going to say this once. I'm ascending. I don't like me putting things into existence, but if for some weird reason I didn't ascend, and I was stuck here I would be okay. I would continue my same practice. I would continue my same touching with the angels. If they said, you have to get this vaccine, and my angels told me no, I'm like, okay, angels, what do I do? I know my angels and spirit guides will tell me or show me through signs, well, in order not to get it, we're going to do this and this for you, so you don't have to worry. Oh, they're going to make it mandatory lockdown, but I want to go to the beach. My angels and like, listen, we got you, and I'm going to go to the beach. I don't care what this 3D matrix is trying to do to me. They don't rule my life because I chose to rule my life. And so because of that, and my spiritual practice, it is a whole different world. Layla, just let me finish, okay? Okay, baby? I'm a single mom. So what I'm trying to say is that you get to a point where if for some weird reasons I stayed down here, I would still be okay. You're not taking spirit from me. You can't take my vibration from me. You can't take the fact that I know I can go inside and get answers. You can't take the fact that I can talk to my ancestors. You can't take the fact away that I, can ask Jesus or God to show me and guide me, and he'll show me and guide me within the same day. You can't take my vibration from me. So that is the world. So in that horrible situation, I'm still going to be okay because I'm enjoying this life. I really am. I love it, but I've created it and I tapped into spirit. I'm a spiritual being. I tapped into my spirituality. That's why I'm always dealing with being my spiritual gifts. That's why I'm showing up every day, because the level of power that you hold when you start expressing your higher self and your divinity is amazing. And that is why I say I'm grateful every day, because y'all don't know, like, it can be yours. It just depends on your practice and if you're going to show up and do the work. A lot of people don't do the work. And then honestly, when it comes to money, when it comes to building a business, when it comes to doing spirituality or ascension, it really comes down to who wants to show up and do a practice and who doesn't. So please list below what your practice is. It's okay. Like, honestly, I want to hear if your practice is 5 minutes of meditation, because that's how I started out. List that's 5 minutes of meditation. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I gotta say that, but you guys have been pretty good on that. And don't shy away from my energy upgrades. They're more powerful than other people. You'll notice immediately, and it just fast tracks you. But if you don't feel comfortable because you're like, what is this? You can do it your own way. You can just go into meditation or ask your spirit guides how to do it. And I did want to mention, what did my practice look like before I got to this point? And honestly, it was these two girls showed me that, hey, you should cleanse your energy daily. And I was already very sensitive to energy. So they said that, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. For 4 months, I did this 9-minute video I listened to on cleansing my energy. It was like, Archangel Michael, can you step forward and cleanse this? Saint Germain with your vitamin. Can you remove all things? Can you remove any entities, negative entities? Raise my vibration at all subtle levels. Cut any cords or ties. And I did that every day because it was 9 minutes long. But what happened after 4 months of doing that, and then I would do like a 3-minute meditation, because it's okay, people, to do 3 minutes of meditation. If that's all you can do, 3 minutes is enough. I never did more than 15. Some of us don't need to do that. I don't need to do all that to tap into it. My angels was like, do I need to do that? They're like, nah, girl. The benefits of what you're doing, trying to access your higher self, you're doing it through other means, through the channeling and through other things, and just listening to your intuition. So other people need that clarity to get the information, but you're already channeling the information through your intuition and following that guidance. But it was 3 minutes there and 9 minutes, so it's 15 minutes a day. And what happens after 4 months, that's when I could start feeling the angels. So when I said, Archangel Michael, please clear any entities from me, I felt that wand of energy. And I felt the other angel, and I was like, this is real? That's when I could feel other entities. But it was cleansing and cleansing and cleansing, because in my mind, even though I couldn't feel anything, it just made sense because I knew I could feel energy to cleanse it every day, and something no one ever told me to do. And they're like, yes, everyone should do it. And I remember feeling really bad for all those artists, because all those artists out there, if they don't cleanse their energy, all these people's thoughts are just thrown at them. Hate, love, you owe me this, do some more, I didn't like this. Can you imagine not cleansing that out of your energetic field? No wonder Britney went crazy. Every single person who's famous and in the public light, you need to have a spiritual practice to cleanse. Even if it's going to church and going to the altar room and praying and bathing in the light, or, I don't know what religious people do to get cleansed. I think, oh yeah, I do go to church. Church services where people pray over you, but yes, necessary. So that's how it started. I tell you that because I cleansed my energy, and every time I cleansed it, it raised my vibration, because I brought those high vibrational beings in to help me cleanse. as well as just removing a lot of low vibrational items that I wasn't even aware of out of my system. And once that you bring higher elevation, you can start communicating at higher realms, which facilitated me being able to channel. So it can start with 3 minutes of meditation and listening to a 9-minute cleansing meditation or visualization. And that got me started to where I'm at now, where I'm sitting here like, yeah, 5D consciousness, manifest, working with spirit. I'm a Christ healer. You know what I mean? Like, Christ stepped forward in my dreams, and now I'm healing with this energy, right? Like all of that, like, power that we're able to tap into and utilize started with like a 3-minute meditation. So if you have 3 minutes, do the 3 minutes. A good book that started all of this was Miracle Morning, and it was like how 6 minutes a day could change your life. I would do it if I were you. I highly recommend it. I think I got the audiobook. I don't even think I finished. Some books I don't even have to finish, but I get so much benefit out of. There's no need to. That's just me. I don't always have to finish things to get the benefit of it. It's just how I'm made and wired. And that's how I'm supposed to be on an accelerated track. So I hope this is helpful, give you an idea of people who are, and if you look at other people who say they already live in the 5D, you will see if they ever talk about their practice. I know my practice and their practice isn't that far apart. Like, we show up daily. We want to. We like the benefits of being fully in our divinity and our divine powers and spiritual powers that we all have. We like opening up to our spiritual gifts, so we show up and do the work. But we definitely all work for it, okay? Like, you don't get anything in this realm without working for it, not in the spirit realm. You got to show up, and you have to have faith too. Faith that this meditation and visualization will work. Faith that this works. I didn't feel it for 4 months. I just knew it felt right and it's logical. But 4 months, and I look back at that, I was like, dang, that's faith. You do not get here without faith that this can work. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to have faith that if you do it enough, it will actually work and you can create it. And that's another part of the spirituality practice. So just want to give you guys a glimpse. So yeah, I'm very confident about my ascension, and I know I'm going. They have told me in my dreams and indicated me that I am good to go. Keep doing what I'm doing. But I also wanted you to see the other side of it, not me just talking about it, but like, what does it mean for someone to say that they are? I'm not saying you have to do it. I don't know the rules. Yeah, so that's the other part that goes behind me saying da-da-da-da. Now, this is my practice. I am going deeper in expressing my spiritual gifts. I like being able to ask the spirit for like anything I need, and having it, getting assistance immediately, or getting signs or visions. So I do that to continue walking in that light, because that's been very beneficial, because I'm just above it. Like, I'm just not bothered by other things. I'm just not. I don't care what you might stop you. That ain't gonna stop me. I'll just ask my spirit team for help. Like, bye. And I love walking in that light. So that's why I show up the way I do. I also like that the work I do does show. Like, I'm working on my clairvoyance. I get my clairvoyant image, right? Like, everything I'm doing, telekinesis, like, I'm going to be doing that relatively soon, and I'll show you when I get to that level. But it takes me showing up every day, doing the work and doing the practices and visualizations with the, sounds funny, but it is Merlin. I love Merlin. He's a wizard. I'm a wizard. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.